Yes, marijuana is allowed in the Netherlands. That is where bad things happen the most. We are either going to fight for our freedom or die trying. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time, you're very much welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 big lessons I've learned from Dutch people during my stay in the Netherlands. If you don't know, I'm currently living and schooling in the Netherlands, and I've made numerous videos about it, so check out my other content after you watch this video. So the number one life lesson I've learned from the Netherlands is the live and let live mentality. This cannot be overemphasized. As long as you're doing something that does not cause any harm to the society, you're fine. Even things that are considered social vices in other parts of the world is like accepted here. For example, I'm not indulging in these things, neither am I supporting them, but I'm just using them as example. Take sex workers and smoking, for example. It is allowed in the Netherlands. Yes, marijuana is allowed in the Netherlands, and sex workers are regulated in the Netherlands, so it is allowed. However, they have regulations and laws guiding them. So when you act against these laws, that is when you be penalized or you'll be jailed for those things. They understand that humans are not the same, okay? They make provisions for everybody. Like if you want to do anything, as long as you're not going to cause any harm to another person in society, do your thing. Like for example, in my school, we have a smoking area, and I'm very sure that it is the same for most schools in the Netherlands. In fact, most public areas in the Netherlands have a smoking area where you're allowed to go do your thing, and when you're done, you can come back to the real world. By so doing, these people don't constitute a nuisance to the society because like they've created a space for them, so they know where to go to do their thing. Like they don't, because if what happens when you don't accept something is people start doing it anyways. They are rebellious people. They do it and then they hide and then they get caught and then they do it again, and it just becomes like a roller coaster. They do it in such a way that it will be harmful to the society, but now everything is regulated. So even if you want to do something that is not societally acceptable or correct, you can do it at your own space and within the confines of the law. And I noticed that in countries where people judge others, that is where bad things happen the most, because then people would either do it in secret or be rebellious and just do it in the open where everyone can see and everyone can judge. Like, so basically creating a space for everyone would be an advantage to the society. By the way, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I know it's okay to forget. Sometimes people do forget these things. I forget sometimes, but I'm reminding you now. Please click on the subscribe button and click on the like button. And yeah, let's get to the next point. Another great lesson that I've learned from the Dutch people is paying homage to heroes, whether dead or alive. Dutch people value their heroes so much. They understand the importance of their heroes. Without those heroes, Netherlands will not be where it is today. Those who fought the war for them, those who stood their ground and decided, you know what, we are either going to fight for our freedom or die trying. And because of this, they have a remembrance day for those who fought the war for them. Yes, they have a day called Dolden Herdeking, remembrance of the dead. Every May 4th of every year, they celebrate this remembrance. And the fascinating part is that they hold a 2-minute silence by 8 o'clock sharp. In fact, by 8 o'clock, everything is on a standstill. Even when you are in your house, you are sitting down, you're not doing anything. Even if nobody's looking, like you have to stand still and hold that 2-minute silence for those who fought your war, for those who took the risk for you to be alive today, those who took the risk for you to be free today. Like that is such a very wonderful thing because it raises the spirit of patriotism. Like people want to, do something for their country because they know that they're going to be respected. This is something that I haven't seen from my country. For example, in Nigeria, we know the history with slavery, colonialism, and all that stuff. The people who are ruling currently in Nigeria and even in the past were the people who were humble to their colonial masters, who listened, who, did everything according to the colonial masters. There are people currently ruling in Nigeria. The ones who resisted have never ruled. And it is really sad because it doesn't raise the spirit of patriotism. Take, for example, the protest against NSAS. Those who died have died. Like, I don't even have any name for them. I don't think they have a public holiday to like celebrate them. I don't think the people have done anything for the family. The money donated to this cause, I still don't know I still don't know what they are using it for. Maybe they are using it, but I just don't know because I'm or I'm not keeping up enough. I don't know, but I feel like we don't really celebrate people who fight for us. So this is one of the biggest lessons I've learned. Appreciation is really important. The third lesson I've learned from staying in the Netherlands and from Dutch people is simplicity. My goodness, in Nigeria, honestly, I don't think I would be as simple as I am now. Like, I would never ever take this air outside. Never. Like, it's not a thing. You have to always look your best. Your look is very important. But yeah, Dutch people are very simple. Like, you would see your manager dressing in something that you can get from Walmart, Target, or Action, like the cheapest thing ever. In fact, you can meet a random billionaire on the streets. Yes, I said it. You can meet a random billionaire in the streets. And this is because the gap between the rich and the poor is not so wide. Like, they are not trying so hard to prove to you that they are rich. They are not even doing it. Even if they are rich, they don't have any reason to prove it to you. If you don't believe it, that's your problem. I think this is the best lesson I've learned from the Netherlands. Like, this is just the best. It just makes me free. Like, I hate when I have to do all those things just for the camera. Honestly, I don't like. I like dressing up and looking good and all that shit, but I like to do it when I want to do it, not because it is a standard. Like, if I'm going out, I have to look this way. If I'm going to see people, the most important thing is to look clean. As long as you look clean, it is fine. Like, you don't have to look your best. You don't have to wear the best dress, the best designers. I hardly see Dutch people wear designers, and I think this is cool, honestly, because it erases the gap between the rich and the poor. Like, everyone can come together, everyone can be on the same level. Even if you're not on the same level, you don't feel less important to those who are, let's say, richer. I don't like stress. I don't like stress. Like, nobody should stress me. And that is what I like about the Netherlands. I don't have to stress about how I look. I can look however I want. Sometimes I can be bougie, sometimes I can be bad. Sometimes I can look simple, sometimes I can look hot. And I'm comfortable with it. And people around me are comfortable with it because they know how to mind their business. Which brings me back to that my number one point, which is living and let live. Like, live your life and let others live their life. The fourth lesson I have learned from the Netherlands is longevity. Longevity, like, the Netherlands people are so goal oriented. Like, they are always looking at the future. They are long term oriented, and this is why they have a long lasting and long term oriented brand image. Like, if you say something is made in the Netherlands, you know that this is going to be quality. That is something good about the Netherlands. Like, when they are buying something, they think about how long it will last. When they are making something, they think about how long it will last. They plan ahead, they plan for the future, they plan for their children. Even the government have that long-term oriented culture, and it is working so well for them. Look at their economy. Everything is going like well because they have plans. And even if it is not going well, because they have this long-term oriented plan and they have this structure, they have like plan A, B, C, D. Even before the problem comes, they already have a plan for it. And this rule I'm putting into my life. Like, whenever I'm doing something, I always think about it in the long term. Even on my YouTube channel, whenever I'm doing something, I always think about it, like, in the next 10 years, would people want to watch this video? So I learned this about the Netherlands, and I think it's really helpful. The last but not the least that I've learned from the Netherlands is that skill acquisition is more important than resources. Yes, skill acquisition is more important than resources. For instance, Netherlands is not known to have natural resources like gold, diamond, as compared to places like Africa, for example. But their skill is one of their main exports. Like, the Netherlands is known for their business skill, their engineering. When you have the resources, you keep giving, and when you have the skills, you keep getting. If you have the resources without the skills, you cannot really progress. Like, you keep giving and giving and giving. What happens when you keep giving and you're not receiving? At a point, it would finish. Yes, it would finish. Even if you don't have the resources, the skills can be sold. The skills will never run dry. It is in you, you know it, and you're going to pass it on to the next generation and people who care to learn. So it will keep giving and never runs dry, especially if you keep updating those skills. Nigeria has crude oil for now, and we don't even know how. We don't have enough refineries to refine it. The Netherlands people don't have this, but they have the skills. They know how to refine crude oil. So what do? They refine the crude oil, they get some part of it, and they give us the rest. That's basically what they do, and they make money from this. Saying Netherlands people instead of Dutch people. I'm so used to it. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Dutch people. So to me, I feel like skills is more important than the resources, actually. So these are the 5 big lessons I've learned from living and studying in the Netherlands. And if you agree with me, please say it in the comment section. Tell me the things you disagree with and the things you agree with. So if you haven't subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up. It's good, it's important for the algorithm to keep blessing me, okay? I'm on my way to 1,000 subscribers. Please get me to this point. What if I get 1,000 this month? Like, that would be so dope. So please click on the subscribe button. And till I come your way next time, I remain your one and only Happy Jessie. Bye.